The world is dark and yellow, and the universe is vast and desolate. In very, very ancient times, heaven and earth had not yet separated. The scene of the universe is just a dark and chaotic mass, like a huge egg. In this egg, everything is mixed together, in a chaotic state. Inside this egg, after countless years of gestation, the creator god and ancestor of humanity, Pán Gǔ, emerged. He was nurturing, growing, and sleeping soundly in this big egg, and so he slept for 18,000 years. One day, Pán Gǔ, whose body was curled up inside an egg, suddenly woke up from sleep. When he opened his eyes, he found himself surrounded by pitch black, in a sticky and chaotic mess, very suffocating. He was extremely dissatisfied with his own situation and could not tolerate the inherent darkness, oppression, and chaos. He exerted his strength, which had been accumulated for 18,000 years, and waved his arms, propping up and down the eggshell that bound him. He only heard a loud bang like a mountain collapse, and the dark chaos, like a big egg, suddenly burst open. Then something even more dizzying happened. The heavens and the earth began to spin, and all the light and clear things in the universe gradually rose and gathered together, becoming clouds floating in the sky. Those heavy and turbid things gradually settled down and became the vast earth. At this moment, Pán Gǔ was finally able to stand tall and freely stretch his limbs and breathe smoothly. Looking around, there is a broad and cheerful atmosphere, clear and transparent. Pán Gǔ felt very relaxed in his heart. The vast and empty Zintiandi made Pán Gǔ feel more relaxed and happy than ever before. He wandered aimlessly, suddenly thinking, if heaven and earth were to heal again, I wouldn't have to live in this chaos again. Thinking of this, Pán Gǔ, I find ways to protect my own labor achievements. He stood on the ground, holding the sky with his hands to prevent the two from healing together again. As the sky rose 1 zhang and the earth grew 1 zhang every time, Pán Gǔ's body also grew 1 zhang. He stood between heaven and earth, with wisdom exceeding the sky and ability exceeding the earth. After another 18,000 years, the sky rose extremely high, the earth became extremely thick, and Pán Gǔ's body also grew extremely long. The majestic giant stood like a pillar between heaven and earth, so as to prevent them from returning to the original state of chaos. As the sky continued to rise and the earth continued to grow thicker, at the age of 36,000 years, the sky was too high to see the top, and the earth was too thick to measure. Pán Gǔ was also filled with the entire universe. This was a lifeless world. The lonely giant stood upright and stood still for a long time. At this time, heaven and earth stopped changing, their structures basically took shape, and Pán Gǔ also stopped changing with them. After going through countless hardships, he was now old and frail. Once he stopped his great cause of standing upright and holding up the sky, he reached the end of his life. He was already very tired and exhausted. One day, Pán Gǔ fell down and died. At the moment when Pán Gǔ's tall figure was about to fall down, his whole body underwent a surprising and tremendous change. The breath exhaled from his mouth became clear winds and clouds, his voice became thunderous thunder and lightning, the flash in his eyes became lightning, his left eye became the radiant sun, his right eye became the bright moon, his hands and feet became 4 pillars supporting the sky, his 5 organs became 5 famous mountains in different directions, his blood became rivers and lakes flowing endlessly, his veins became the framework of the earth's roads, his muscles became fertile soil in the fields, his hair and whiskers became countless stars in the sky, his skin and hairs became flowers and trees, his teeth, bones, marrow, etc., all became shining metals, hard stones, round bright pearls and moist jade, becoming the treasure of the earth. Even the sweat on his body turned into rain and dew. In short, Pán Gǔ had melted into heaven and earth. This great hero of creation had devoted every part of his body to this universe after creating heaven and earth with all his life's energy. He completed the last sublimation of his life's journey. Pán Gǔ created the earth with his innate power and strong will, and contributed everything he had to make this newly born world rich and beautiful. Pán Gǔ came to this world alone and left the world he created lonely, but he left a happy homeland for later generations. This beautiful new world is waiting for the emergence of human beings. The above is the Chinese mythological story brought to you. We hope you enjoy it. See you next time.